recording stopped again. Jeez. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter anyway, I guess. So onto the, yeah. I'll see if I can stitch the stuff together. But yeah, that's essentially how that's gonna be. So I thought I heard something. Yeah, that's how that's gonna be. And like Sasuke, when Naruto's gonna pull out his thin like just bone like base sword, like the one that's just the rapier one, and he's just gonna beat Sasuke with it. And Iruka's gonna be like, "That's not a sword," but then he looks at the end, and that thing is. And then Naruto just stabs Sasuke's arm with it, and Iruka's gonna be like, "Oh, oh, oh," and then he's gonna grab a few kunais out. He's gonna jump back. Let me describe this whole thing in detail. So, this sparring match begins. Sasuke's gonna try talking down to Naruto. I am the Uchiha elite. And that's gonna happen. And so, it's gonna be like that. Naruto says, and he says, he's gonna ask Iruka, "Hey Iruka, are weapons allowed?" Iruka's gonna be like, "Yes." And then Naruto's gonna bring out his whacking stick, essentially. That's how he's gonna use it in this fight. He just summons it. No one sees where it comes from. Like, Naruto doesn't know where these things come from. They just appear. They don't appear in a puff of smoke, and they don't like extend from him. They just appear. No one sees them appear. They'll see it. They'll see it. They'll see it in him holding it, but they don't see it. They don't see it appear. It's just 1 second it's there, next it's not. And it just looks like it's been there for a while. Whenever it's there, when it's first summoned. Yeah, and so Sasuke's gonna be like, "You really think a long piece of wood is gonna help you?" Naruto's gonna be like, "First off, it's not wood. Second off, I'm gonna use it to cane you." And Naruto says, "I'm gonna use it as a switch to beat you." And if you know what a switch is, God have mercy on your soul. Like, if you know what a switch is, you know. Yeah. You know why mesquite branches are not used. Yeah, this reason, mesquite branches are not used for a switch. And if you don't know what a switch is, it's not the Nintendo Switch. It's essentially a long, like something long, like a piece of wood or or just something long and thin that a parent will use to whack their kid with. Like, they'll just whack them. Like some kids will get some parents use a paddle, other parents use a switch, and they don't aim for the butt. They don't. A lot of them do, but most of them don't. They just go whack. It's essentially like it's a glass. It's not a glass rod, but it's just something you don't want to get hit by. Let's just say that much. And like, if you have like bamboo or cane or something and you of your friends have like where you grew up, if you had any of that close by, and you and your friends just grabbed some and had a lightsaber fight with it, you know how bad that stuff hurts. That's essentially what it is. That's essentially what a switch is. That's how bad it hurts. Maybe even worse, I don't know. But yeah. Um, yeah. Not like Sasuke tries talking down. Naruto's just gonna beat him with this thing. And like, so that happens. And Naruto's gonna have some weapons sealed on him. Because he's like, my swords are, I can keep, I can just make. And like, whenever he's done with a sword, it essentially just disappears and he creates a new one. Like, for the one that he can like sling like Sinbons from, once all of those things are used up, he'll just get rid of it. Or he'll either use it like the second one I described, where it's just a thin feather, but instead of two-sided, it's one-sided, so he'll just keep using it. Or he'll sling those, making it like the third one, the spike, essentially. Or he'll just get rid of it and make a new one. Like, he can either just flick it away and like just make it disappear, or he just actually just throw it at someone, or just leave it on the ground or something. And like, the blood, because like these things are white, so like they're white feathers. So like, and so blood showing up on them is obvious, but they also self-clean. They don't self-clean, but whenever they disappear, and the next time they get used, they're clean again. Naruto is absolutely destroying Sasuke. And all the boys realize this. Like, Naruto may not be the best when it comes to like academic, like in the classroom stuff, but they realize he is great at fighting. And he created a few jutsus using this Keki Genkai of his. Like, he has the feather armor, he has the swords and kunai and shurikens, but he also created something he likes to call flying cuts, where 100 feathers just get spit out of his mouth. And he can do it in multiple ways. He can make like a shotgun, or he can make like a machine gun, or so like it's just 100. So he calls it 100 feather cuts, and like 100 feathers just come out of his mouth. And the automatic one, and like he can spread them out, so he can do like 10 auto. But like whenever so he can do 10. Dedicate 10 feathers to shotgun blast, 10 machine, 10 auto, 10 shotgun, or like he can just look 50 shotgun, 50 ones, or he could just become a human sniper rifle and just like pew, pew. So he can do that as well, and that happens. And whenever he does this, they get launched like Sinbon, like the spike, like the part that would. If you don't know what a feather looks like outside of a bird's body, like, first off, look it up. Second off, like the part coming out the and like that would be connected to the bird, like that part, like the part like there's the end of the feather, like the beginning of the feather, I'll call it that, or the start of the feather. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. So yeah. After that, like, Sasuke just gets shit on, like for real. Like, he just gets demolished. So yeah, that happened. Like, all of Sasuke's fangirls were like, he cheated, but like the boys, they see, like, the girls that aren't part of his fan club and the boys, they realize that Naruto's not someone to be messed with. Like he could probably mess us up. Like Sasuke was kind of on a like Sasuke, he was on a bit of a different level from the others at that age. But he was really like he was strong compared to all of the others his age. You know, so that happened. And Naruto's not going to be a loudmouth. The rest of his personality is the same, but he's not going to be the knucklehead loudmouth we know. He's not going to be the knucklehead we know and love. But yeah, he's not going to be like that. He's going to be more, not cold, but not knuckleheaded. He's not going to pull and he's not going to pull pranks either. Or at least not major pranks. Like, he might put a Lego in someone's shoe or something, but that's about it. That's the extent of, like, that's the worst kind of prank he'll pull now. He pulls pranks, but that's about the worst he does. You know. So yeah, that happens. So, the and like Naruto in canon, he was a prodigy, man. Like in canon, he could have been a prodigy real easy. It just he didn't have the resources or knowledge or the drive to do any of it. Like if he wanted to learn, he when he was younger, he definitely would have, and he would have gotten a lot stronger. Like if he actually took his ninja life serious, he would be extremely strong. Like if like when he was young, he realized like I got to take this seriously, he would be extremely like he would be I'd say he might be stronger than Sasuke if he took it serious from the beginning. Cuz like, he was a big prodigy in canon, like shadow clone in a few hours, sage like sage mode and like however long that took, like the the oh the why can't I remember it? Uh the oh why cannot the blue ball and why can I not remember it? The Jesus Christ, why can I not remember it? Yeah. Uh the why can I not remember it? Do I have a tumor or something? Like, is there a tumor attacking specific parts of my brain that are like, this is the information you need to know now, and then like there's just tumors attacking that specific part. Like, I swear. Uh, the the blue, uh, the blue swirling ball of chakra. Why can I? That can be turned into other, that can have elements put into it. Like not, no. Why can I not remember what it's called? Rasengan. Rasengan. That's what it was called. Jeez, I'm an idiot. The Rasengan. Wait, was that what it was called? Yeah, Rasengan. That's what it was called. Why could I not remember that? Jeez. Well, yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't even remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, he learned that in like a few weeks, I think. Where Jiraiya had been, and Minato, it took months and like years. Like he did it in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like a month. Like it took a month for him to learn that, and I think didn't he learn how to combine jutsus into it in that time as well, as well as like all the other stuff Jiraiya taught him in that time. Like he was extremely talented in canon, and just giving him resources to learn, he would have been able to become extremely strong. Yeah. I'm sorry, and I do not know how to edit that well, so and I don't want to edit my stuff either. I just want it to be feel more natural for you guys to be like, just to experience my struggle. I want you guys to see my struggle when it comes to this stuff. So I probably won't edit my videos like that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I think. Huh. So yeah, this is where like. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna skip forward to the graduation test. Naruto does well on the written test. He doesn't break any records or anything, but like he gets it like pretty quickly. And then like on the kunai and shuriken part, like he gets 10 out of 10 out of that. But that's something he practices on a lot. Like I'd say no, 9 out of 10 for shuriken and 10 out of 10 for kunai. Just because of no, 10 out of 10 for both of them. Because like he can kind of steer where they go as well. Like he doesn't really do it that much, but it just kind of automatically happens. He doesn't choose for it to. It's just kind of like, hey, this is my target. I'm being thrown at this person. I need to kind of try and keep on track. You know, in Pokemon, the move Lock On. It's kind of like that. But it's kind of like that. But like if you've seen like the deals for like the bullets with fins on them that just kind of steer themselves, it's kind of like that. They can't like just do full 180 or anything, but like they can turn a few degrees to make it so they're more likely to hit. So he absolutely hits them. Like 10 out of 10 for both shuriken and that. And then onto the next. So onto the hidden part where it's just not out. Like here's as another room. Like Naruto, would you please give me the substitution, the substitution, clone, and wasn't there another one? And substitution, clone, and there was one other, I swear. The the clone technique, the clone, the substitution. I feel like there's another one. But yeah, he does a feather substitution and a shadow clone. And like he does like he does the feather substitution without hand seals or hand signs, so he gets a bit of extra points for that. And then also, but yeah, he does both. He does them without using the hand signs because like I'm making him that good. Or like he does single hand signs for the shadow clone and none for the other thing. And you know, I'm saying he already knows how to wall water and tree walk. I'm gonna give him all of those already. And after that, I'd say that no, it's like he passes. Oh, he also shows them off a jutsu of his own creation. He shows them the. He essentially just shows them the feather shotgun. Feather Shinbon shotgun. That's essentially what it is. Like he just fills the wall with 100 feathers sticking out of it. Like, oh, taijutsu. That was one of the other things he did. Yeah, he does good on that as well. So, yeah. Oh, transformation. That was the other thing that they had to do. So he's gonna do the transformation. So after that, it's gonna be yeah, he walks out. So the teams are gonna be the same, I'd say. But should I make them different? Yeah, I'm gonna make them the same. So, like Kakashi, like the pranks still happen. Kakashi shows up blank. Like the eraser above the door prank still happens. Cause like, of course it will. He also but like he does it. He hides it well. It's like instead of like he sees like something heavy, so instead of an eraser, he just does like not a brick or anything, but like something kind of heavy, like something like the weight of a heavy shoe. Like he puts like a Coca-Cola glass bottle above the door, like because like that's about how much it weighs, and about how hard it is. Like, it's not that as hard as that, but that's pretty close to its interpreter. It's about the weight of a water bottle. That's about how much it weighs, a water bottle. Like, you take a metal water bottle filled with water. That's what he gets hit with, essentially. And, I'd say Sakura, like, she doesn't hate Naruto in this. Cause like, he doesn't pull pranks, and he's not annoying. She doesn't like him, but she also doesn't hate him. And like she doesn't really like him specifically, but she's like, wow, this boy looking kind of good. But no, like, not like that. Like, yeah, I'd smash. She's kind of like, I'd smash. That's about where her head is when it comes to Naruto's appearance. Like, the whiskers are kind of weird, but like, probably get used to it. So yeah. And also, Naruto keeps all of his seals hidden under clothing. Like, he wears long, baggy clothing. And he doesn't wear orange. Like, he wears crimson red. Like, blood red. That's what, yeah, it's blood red he wears. Like, almost like a brownish red. It's like, it's red, so, but brown. No, I'd say it's a brown and green. It's a greenish brown. Or, yeah, a greenish brown is what he wears, mostly. And he's gonna have a feather necklace. Like, not like one of his feathers he's made, but like a piece of metal that was forged to look like a feather as a necklace. And, you know, and he can use this as a signaling mirror if he needs to. But he keeps it underneath his clothing because he doesn't, like, it's something shiny. And, like, having that on a mission, like, that's kind of no bueno. So, but he'll pull it out if he needs to use it as a signaling mirror. So, yeah. He'll do that. So, yeah, after that, Kakashi, like, Kakashi, like, meet me out on the roof. Like, Naruto's gonna be like, he's just gonna puff into a bunch of feathers, which then poof, kind of like his body turns to feathers. Those fall on the ground, and then they just poof. Yeah. And this is his feather. This is what his feather thing. This is what his feather substitution looks like. So it's like his body just turns to feathers. He turns up somewhere else, and then like the feathers just kind of go outwards and then poof. And no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah. After that, yeah. So that happened, and like he just kind of substitutes down the hallway. Like he doesn't get to the top of the roof. He just goes to the end of the hallway up the stairs. He just walks up the stairs. And Sasuke and Sakura just kind of, they go up as well. And, after that happens, so yeah, they tell their dreams. It's the same. The two things are going to change. Sakura is not going to say she hates Naruto. She's going to say that she hates I'd say she hates Kiba. No, she doesn't hate anyone. She hates yeah, she doesn't matter. She just said it. She just doesn't say she hates Naruto. Yeah, Naruto's gonna be like, I want to. It goes the same as in canon, but he also wants to perfect his Keki Genkai. Like this Kakashi, and like Kakashi, like he's got a Keki Genkai. That's cool, I guess. And that happens. So yeah, like the whole meet me at training ground 7 tomorrow at this time, don't eat. And I'd say Naruto's a bit smarter. So it's like, I may not eat breakfast, but I should probably eat a lot before I go to bed and maybe take some food pills with me. And he doesn't say specifically, he just keeps food pills on him. So like he has, and he's like, and like he has a bit of a high collar. That way he's thinking like, if I get tied up or something happens like that, so I can't move, I could just reach down and grab a food pill with my mouth or something. I'd say he found a jutsu. He created a jutsu that allows him to stretch his neck by a few inches. Like, it's not on any Orochimaru stuff, but like, he can stretch his neck and tongue like a few inches each. And like, it allows him to turn his neck completely. Like, he can just move his neck however he wants. And like, he can turn it 360. It essentially just turns it into a gimbal. He turns his neck into a gimbal, essentially. Like, he can just turn his... So like, he can move it. And like, there's not a maximum on how far his neck will reach. Like, what it does, but like, it's a few inches. He can move it also. Yeah. That's just something he created specifically for that. And he's like, yeah, that could probably be kind of helpful. I should probably, that's just something he kind of made messing around. And then Naruto's gonna... So, yeah. And like, he spends a lot of time at his secret base training. Like, he doesn't spend a lot of time at his apartment or anywhere else. He mostly just spends time at his base training, and he has a bed and a kitchen. Like, he doesn't have running water or gas or anything, but he has a wood stove and stove top, and as well as like a big tank of water with seals in it, so it holds more water than it should. So yeah, so he has like a few days, he has like a few months worth of water supply, and like he refills it every month. Like like he fills it up every month. Because like I don't, and like the water in it doesn't go bad. Neither does the food in his pantry. Like he puts seals in his pantry and kitchen to make sure the food doesn't go bad. He also has seals all over the place to make sure dust doesn't collect. Like these seals, they just absorb the dust. That way he doesn't have to dust it very often. Like he might have to dust the place every few years, and even then it's not that bad. Like imagine just that a few months without dusting is the equivalent of dusting he has to, or like no, a few, like 2 months worth of not dusting is about the amount of dusting he does every few years. Like he just lightly goes over it, like, no dust there, no dust there, no dust there. Yeah, there's a little bit there, no dust, no. And he'll just go around the place. Cause it's a pretty big place. Like the training room's pretty big. His house is pretty. His house inside is pretty big. Like he doesn't let people go into his training room or certain parts of the house whenever they're visiting. Like he doesn't really have visitors, but like if he were to allow someone to visit, they're barred to certain rooms. And, like he has multiple bedrooms there as well, cause like he's like, hey, I can just do whatever here, so I can just make multiple bedrooms. And he does that. He also makes like 2 kitchens and like 2 dining rooms, 3 living rooms, 2 gaming rooms, and then one small training area and 1 big one. And he's reinforced the place with seals, so like strengthening seals or stuff like that. So yeah, well that's about where it's at right now. I'd say that I think this might be the end of the video. So everyone, take a drink of water. And I want you guys to be happy. Stay happy. Have a good day. And if you don't watch any of my stuff again, have a good life. Live your life to the fullest. You know what? Just yeah. Just be happy. Don't worry now. Be happy. So yeah. So yeah, just live your life to the fullest. I don't even know why I'm saying this. Not like I'm living my life to the fullest. But, just live your life how you want to live it. Don't let others tell you how to live your life. Unless, like, you're hurting people, in which case, like, don't hurt people. Unless the both of you are fighting a fist fight. In which case, go right ahead. Knock their teeth, like, break their nose. Like, don't hurt them, don't leave them with a lasting injury, but, like, mess them up. Here's a philosophy me and my family have when it comes to fighting. Do not start fights. You're not allowed to start fights, but you will finish them every time. That's just the kind of way my family's run for quite a while now. Like my dad, my granddad, my mom wasn't really like that. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of just how the way it is. Like don't back down from a fight. Don't look for a fight, but don't back down from one either. But yeah, I'm just ranting now. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.